Hello and welcome to Susa Plays. Today we're gonna play a new game called Dungeon of the Endless. This is a game that came out about a year ago now, in October 2014, developed by Amplitude Studios, and it's sort of a roguelike tower defense adventure exploration game. And me being a fan of roguelike games, I got this game back in October last year, but it ran very slow on my old computer, so I never got around to playing it very much. And now that I have a brand new computer, I figured why not try it, and why not make a let's play so we can explore the game together. And well, let's just watch the intro to start with. We're going into space, and we get shot down, and then we crash. So game over, and thank you everyone for watching. No, wait, it's just starting. So you're crash landing on a planet, and this is it. You have to choose which sort of ship you're going with, and at the start of the game only one of these is unlocked, so once you play the game more things unlock. Same thing here, you have to choose your starting characters or heroes, two of them, and at the start of the game only these four were unlocked. These unlocks when you find them in the game and use them for a while, and then you can start off with more characters. But let's start off with the basic characters here. And I played this about 8 hours total. I never got very far, I got about to the 3rd floor. Let's just talk about the objective of the game here. I'll try to explain it here. So we see, there we go, we crashed, and somehow we survived. And you start off in a small room with your two characters. Both survived the impact. Here's the tutorial. This might help us. The only system with working condition in your pod is the crystal. Defend it at all costs. So this is our energy source, and the thing we need to do everything and to perhaps get out of this situation we've landed in. So what we have to do is we have to explore around and try to get out of this place, and we have to keep this crystal alive. Now our two characters here, let's see, right click, we can see our stats, and we have skills and weapons, equipment, gun, armor, device, and we have to use these two characters to explore the area. Let's skip to the tutorial. I think I remember enough to play the game. So what you do is, apparently I don't remember how to mark more than one character. There we go. And what you do is you open the doors to explore new rooms. There we go, and there was an enemy in there. Fortunately the characters can fend for themselves, and that was no problem for them. So now we have a new room, and what we can do is, this room has no power, but if we right click, left click, shift click, how do we power the rooms again? Where's that tutorial? Middle click. If you middle click the room, then we power it up. And what uses this then? Well, we can use this room's systems to build defenses, as in a tower defense game. So we could put turrets here, and if we open this door and monsters swarm in and try to get our crystal, the turrets will help us defend. But at the moment I don't think we need that. Also in the game you have resources. So it's a bit of a resource management game. You have industry, science, food, and dust. Dust is what you use to power your crystal. So powering up this room actually cost us 10 dust. We have 26 at the moment, so that's no problem. We have 16 left over even. And you can see here by this meter how many rooms your crystal actually can power up. But what you can do with these large things here is you can use your resources, your industry mainly, to build generators or other structures that will help you in your exploration. So the objective of the game is to find the exit of the level, and then we have to bring the crystal to the exit to get to the next floor. And I don't actually know what happens, how you finish the game. I've only got to floor 4 or 5 or something like that. But yeah, industry is what you use to build your helpful buildings. Science we use if we find a science crystal, we can use this to resource better generators and better modules or guns, turrets. So science is also important. And then food. Food, you might have seen earlier here. We can use this to heal our heroes or to level up our heroes. And leveling up heroes is pretty important because then they get skills and they get more powerful and you can use them to all sorts of things. They also have passive skills. Max O'Kane here, he has 6% extra attack power if he is not alone in a room, and he gives us 2 extra science per turn. A turn is one opening of a door. The game doesn't progress anything until you open a door. That's where everything happens. It's like in a tower defense game. Next waves, so to speak. Our other character here is called Saranumas. It's an anagram for another famous video game hero. And she has got your back. Defense 10% when grouped with others they trust. So based on what character she's with, she might get a 10% extra bonus. So from what we can see, it seems like a good idea to keep these two together, because both of them get a bonus if they're with other characters, as long as they trust each other. And we don't see if they have any history together, Max and Sarah. Sarah has some history with another hero named Gork, who's not on this mission yet, because you can find other characters in the exploration. But anyway, there's not much else to do except for building that. Let's build an industry generator, because that will help us build more generators later. It's good to get these early, of course. So there we go. Now we have a generator here, so every turn we will now get... unpowered it. We will get... how much? 3 extra energy per turn. Per door, you can see there, maybe. So I don't think we'll be needing any turrets. Monsters can spawn in any rooms. It doesn't have to be the room you're actually going to. Can we get that away? And they can spawn in any room that's not powered. So as long as this room is powered, we don't have anything to fear except in the room we're entering. Armed and ready, boys. Ah, what did we find? A contraption that gives us 7 industry. That's good. And we can power this room up as well. Everything's powered, but now we're out of dust. So now we have to hope that we find dust in our rooms, or we also get dust from killing enemies. So we have to kill more enemies if we want to power more rooms. But for now, these 2 rooms are fine, and this room has no exits, no other doors. So this is a dead end, which means that this is now a choke point where all enemies will enter. So let's build something here. Can we do that? No, it costs 25 to build another generator. It would be nice to buy a food replicator or a science creator, but unfortunately we can't do that. I don't think I want to waste anything on turrets yet either. So let's open the next door. Let's power down everything. Wrong button. If you power down, you have to link the powered room to your crystal. So as you saw when I demonstrated there, when you power down a room, that's then all the rooms that are not connected also power. So anyway, let's open this door, and we find 11 dust and some monsters, which Max and Sarah had no problem getting rid of, and we found enough dust to power this room as well. That was lucky. And now we have enough industry to buy another generator. You don't need to go anywhere, just stay where you are. I'll figure this out. Let's build a food replicator. I like to level up my heroes, because your heroes, they're like mobile turrets. If you have industry, you can build turrets, but they're stationary, so it's better to buy to level up your heroes, so they're stronger. So I'll buy a food replicator. Well, I shouldn't give game tips, I haven't even gotten halfway through the game, I think. But anyway, how much food do we have? 22. Is that enough to level anyone up? 25, 30. So it's cheaper to level up Max. But it might be better to level up Sarah. We can see, if we hover over the level up button, we can see that her HP, her health, will go up by 44. Defense or +2, that's armor. Speed is how fast she moves and attacks, I think. Attack cooldown is how fast she attacks. Speed is just how fast she moves, which could be important if you have to run from the enemies. Or run to kill the enemies. DPS, damage per second, it's a combination of her attack cooldown and her attack power, I believe. It's like 20 divided by 0.8 is 25. No. Well, anyway, it's some sort of a combination of the two. It would go up by 1 if we level up anyway. And Max, who has he's a gun user, so he has actually a ranged attack. If we level up him, we would also get +1 DPS. So it would be smarter to level up Max, just for DPS purposes. But it might be good to get better defenses on Sarah, because she's the one who'll be in melee range, and she's the one who takes more damage. So you have to decide which one we want to level up first. For now, we will not level up anyone because we don't have enough food yet. So let's keep exploring and press that button. So now I only use Sarah because that's the only one. And as you can see, then Max will stand here doing nothing. We can move him in here and he will help. But Sarah could handle that by herself. Now we don't have enough dust to power this room. So this room will have to remain unpowered. There's no place to put a large module here, so there's really no need for this room to be powered, except that when we now open other doors, monsters may spawn in here, which may mean that we'll get flanked, which is a bit of a problem. But for now, we could level up. We could level up Max now. Should we? I think we'll wait. When you go to the next level, you keep all your resources except for dust. The dust always goes down to 0. So if there's some way for you to spend your dust before going up a level, or down a level, to the next level, then it'd be smart to do that. Okay, and let's go this way then. And here we go, we got 8 dust and we found the treasure. What is it? It's a rapier. It's a weapon that we might be able to use on someone. And we also got enough dust to power another room. Now which room do we want to power? We could power this room, who has another place for a module, but we already have an empty space for a large module. So we could also power this room, which doesn't do anything, but doing that would prevent us from being flanked. So I'm gonna do that. Oh, you can zoom out and see like a larger map, and you can see what's going on in every room. Yeah, this is good when the maps get big enough. You might need to zoom out to see what's going on. You can also pause the game by pressing space, just like in FTL, if you know that game. So now we have 36 food. That's a lot. Let's level up. No, let's not level up anyone yet, because you might run into something that needs food for other things. And for now, I think they'll be fine, even though they're just level 1. We don't have enough to build another large module, so let's just keep exploring right here. Okay, another room. It's a tunnel. There's monsters. No problem. This is the first level. It's also easy difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty you can use. From the start of the game, you unlock higher difficulties by playing better, I guess. I have not unlocked anything, and it's pretty difficult anyway. Now, 43, that should be enough. Let's level someone up. Let's level up Max here. So when we press level up, there we go. And he now got an active skill called verbal abuse. When I use this, I can use this. You see that cooldown 3 doors. That means 3 times. And when I do this, every hero in the room gets 12 extra attack power and 25 extra defense. So that's good in a critical situation. But you can only use it every three turns. So you have to be careful about when to use it or not. So you can see those skills right there. When you click on a hero, you have the skill here. She has a skill called Run Away, which makes her speed higher. You can only use it after every 2 rooms. Anyway, I forgot about this. We found the rapier. Now this is a melee weapon that gives us 2 speed and 12 attack power, but and also reduces our attack cooldown, which is good. So let's put that on Sarah. And her attack power now is 32 and her cooldown's down to 0.7, meaning her DPS is up all the way to 46. Good for us. 25, I think we cannot build another industry generator because the price goes up for 5 for every time you build one. So do we need to put any turrets? It might be a good idea to put some turrets here right now. So let's do that just in case. So then we have the only thing we have is a prisoner prod, which has attack power of 8 and a cooldown of 0.5. So it's used pretty quickly and it's pretty cheap as well. It only costs 3 industries. So let's put a few of these. This is more of a demonstration purpose. Usually I don't like to use turrets at all as long as I can avoid it. I'm cheap with my resources like that. Anyway, let's use our heroes again. You can also leave some heroes in this room and have... In fact, let me show you. What I normally do is I leave the slow heroes here and have a fast hero like Sarah, who has a run speed and also this skill to run away. I have her open a room, and when I find enemies, I quickly run back. As you can see, enemies spawn behind us as well. And there you go. No wait, there's more. Did anyone get past us? No, there you are. They were very slow enemies. The health of the heroes goes up to max automatically at the end of each wave, but not before that. As you can see, the Max got pretty hurt there because enemies spawned in here and went straight for Max, while Sarah was over here and had to run back. Now, was there anything interesting in that room? I don't think so. No. But we found some more dust. So what we can do now is we can power this room to avoid what happened last time. We didn't get enough industry to build any more generators, but our food generator is doing work and we now have 25 food. We also have 38 science, but we haven't found anywhere to spend that science yet. So what I'm thinking now is let's open this door. We don't want this route to get too far away, because it would be a very long route for Sarah to run back to the safe room right here, the choke point. As we can see, this is also a dead end. It has some enemies. Let's get back there so Max can help. And we did well. Our turrets helped out as well. We got more dust. Great. Let's power this up. Let's press the middle button instead. And now we can't get flanked from that direction. So we could actually put our defenses in this room, because everything behind that is safe. But now we already have put turrets in here, so I want to keep this as our choke point. It's very useful to have a choke point like this, so all enemies have to be funneled through one room, and then you can put your defenses there, and it'll be cheaper than putting defenses in every room. So anyway, we could now build an energy generator, but at some point you have to think, is it better to wait? If there's only a few rooms left, you can't get much more resources from the generators, because when you go to the next level, you leave all the generators behind. So it might be better to save the industry for next floor? I don't know. But let's build an energy generator. Let's build a science creator as well. We have the other two. So that cost us 30 industry, but it will give us how much? 3 science? 3 science per turn. So we actually have to play 10 turns to get our investment back. So it might not be a very good idea, because there might not be 10 more doors to open in this level. But what's done is done. Let's see what we find instead. In here, nothing. But enemies spawn behind us. You can see by this danger sign. Enemies are coming. You can see them because we powered up this room, so we have lights in there. And as you can see, there's no problem for our brave heroes to take care of these enemies. And we get some dust for killing them as well. 39 food. We could level up Sarah. We could not level up Max. Yes, we could level up Max again to level 3 if we wanted. But I want to save the food, because if you find another hero somewhere, they might say, oh, give me so and so, give me 30 food and I will join you. There we go. No waves, no enemies. Good. I found an artifact. What's this? Oh, it's the research crystal I was talking about earlier. Now what we could do, we could research and upgrade our industry generator, so it would be level 2 instead, and then generate 4 industry instead of 3 industry at the same price. That'd be great. We could also get a new module, which adds 30% defense to heroes in the same room, and 30% defense to NPCs in the same room. NPCs aren't the monsters. They are like heroes. You can find a merchant, you might find other NPCs. I haven't played this enough to know. But anyway, it will increase the defenses of any units standing in the room. So it would be a good idea to buy that here, and then run everyone back here and fight here, and then our heroes would be better. We could also upgrade our prisoner prod to a 9 attack power instead of 8. It's a little bit of a DPS upgrade. We also have a bioorganic transference module that heals up to 100 HP based on monster power from the killed monsters distributed to the heroes in the room. So every time we kill an enemy, we get 100 HP healed on all the heroes in there. Also very good to have on your choke point here. But for now, I think they'll be fine without it. So, but I do want this upgraded energy industry generator, and luckily it costs 46 science to upgrade it, and well, we had 56. I was looking at the food. So there we go, and the research will be done in 3 turns, so we can't use it yet. But for now, that's a good idea. I don't think monsters will attack the science crystal, so it should be good. And in 3 turns we will have our battle models. Now in here it's a dead end. But we did find another contraption that gives us 7 industry, which is good. And no monster spawns, which is even better. Now the only door to open is this one, and let's have Sarah open the door. It's another room, of course. And there's monsters, so let's run back all the way to our choke point. Where we have our turrets and our good friend Max. And what's good here is that the monsters aren't the same speed, so the fastest monsters will arrive first and get killed, while the slower monsters can't help them. And there we go. We now got... Did the crystal finish? Oh, you have to run over there to check, which is a bit of a bother, but it's not a problem. No, there's one more turn. And luckily there's one more room. But I do think that if there are no more rooms, then your research finishes automatically. So we haven't found the exit yet. So it has to be in here because this is the last door. And there we go. There's the exit. And did any enemies spawn? I don't think so. Good. And as you can see, our research was also finished. Now, what you have to do is you have to get the crystal all the way over here. And when you do that, monsters will start spawning. And they will chase you, because you have to have your heroes carry the crystal all the way over there. So we have to protect them while they carry the crystal very far for a level 1. If you have been lucky, the exit might have been in here and you've been very easy journey. But now, who's the better fighter to you? DPS? It has to be Sarah, right? Because you got that rapier. Yes. She's much better at fighting monsters. But also, she's faster, and when you carry the crystal you get very slow. But let's have Max carry the crystal, and Sarah can fend off the enemies. Now, we can power up one more room. We can't do anything with our dust other than power up rooms, so let's power up. No, didn't mean to move you. Let's power up the rooms going to the crystal. I'm gonna power down this room, and I'm gonna power down this room as well, and this room, and let's power up the rooms all the way to the end, so no monsters will spawn there. Now monsters will spawn in here and in the room as I power down, and also from here. But in the beginning they will all funnel into this room, except for the ones that come from here, but hopefully he'll manage to get over here. And then our turrets will hopefully slow them down enough that we can move all the way over here while Sarah protects it. So let's see if it works. You right click the crystal, press carry, and there we go. Max, why are you doing this? Or something. Max, why are you doing this? Max! That's a reference. Okay. Yeah, keep moving. Don't slow down. Oh no, Max is getting hurt. No. This is not gonna work. Max, you go ahead then. You go on ahead. Sarah will protect. You're out. Max just run. I need to pause this. Sarah, get over here. Okay, good. Max, you go all the way to the end. I don't think I can power down rooms now anymore. As you can see, the monsters have almost wrecked our generators here. Our turrets are still doing work. They were probably a good investment, but our heroes are getting very hurt. Okay, Sarah, you can now run into here. Oh, she's almost dead. I have to heal her. That costs food. 3 food for heal. So I press heal and she gains a little bit of health back. And there we go. there, we have to have all the heroes in the room, all the heroes that we want to bring anyway. And then you could stay here and farm for more dust, but there's really no point because we can't bring the dust to the next level. So we will exit. And there we go. You get a cutscene with moving it through the elevator, you get your stats for the level, your count of resources, and we killed 58 monsters, we opened 13 doors, haven't killed anything for a few minutes. Feels weird. Okay, and then we'll go on to the next floor. So, but I think this will be a good time to split the video, so I will meet you back when we're ready to go to the next floor, floor 2. Thank you for watching, and if you liked it, come back for more. There will be more coming up on the channel.